welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to do a negative space swipe, I hope, on this 12-inch cradled wood board from Lowly Veffy with a black pillow. I had to go get my swipe tool, so I'm going to be using this swipe tool from Colourarte, and I'm going to show you my colors. Ooh, dropping things. I'm going to, so the two colors I'm rotating this around are these two, well, three really. I wanted to use either Ember Fire or Forbidden Ruins, but I used Ember Fire in my first swipe from this set, so this is one of the Ancient Treasures colors. So this is called Forbidden Ruins, and it's such a pretty color. So in my mind, Bellagio Blue, which is gorgeous, from Colourarte as well, and Fireworks from Colourarte look like they would play really nicely together, and so I wanted to pair them with one of those colors. And then I was like, what else, you know? So I looked up color palettes for royal blue, make sure that you can see a little better, and something with these two colors and a darker like navy or indigo color came up with gold. So I added Manna Crab Blue, which is kind of an indigo color, Boom Gel, and I'm going to use Interference Gold. Wait a minute. Yeah, an Interference Gold and an Interference Red Sparkle. Solar Flare from the Ancient Treasures set, which is just amazing. And Emperor's Gold, which will, I think, kind of tie in the light gold, Interference Gold, and that deep Forbidden Ruins color, because Emperor's Gold is a really strong like yellow gold. So that's my thought. Now the order in which we do that, I had it in my head and now I don't remember, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna use a red-black cell activator, which will look kind of brown because it goes with this. I have it mixed up, and I want to use my blue-black on a different swipe. So in my mind, that kind of helps solve for that. So let's get started. I'm going to separate the orange and the blue a little bit with the gold so that when we swipe, we should see both of those colors. So the color that I'm putting down as my base color is Black Onyx Satin from Walmart Color Place. And if I can get it open, I have it in this olive jar. I know you guys think that I'm real high class with my used olive and pickle jars for my pillow paint, but you know, might as well. And I really need to replace my press and seal on my turner, so if you hear it flinging around, sorry. So I'm just going to make sure that this is moderately covered so that we don't have to hyperspin to get enough paint off. So I hope everyone is doing well. I've had this color, these two or three colors in my head as a great idea for a couple days, weeks maybe. I wanted to use Bellagio Blue and Fireworks together before this Ancient Treasures set ever even came out. So it just kind of gave me some ammo. Okay, it's gonna be fine, I think. So we've got this down. I always get nervous when we start this for some reason. Super silly, but I love a black pillow. I really do. I just sometimes get nervous that I'm gonna leave too much pillow in the middle and then swipe it into the design. So I'm gonna try really hard not to do that. And I really want this to be very color rich, because the last time I did a swipe, no, second to the last time I did a swipe on a black pillow, I did do that. I swiped the color in from the pillow and I muted the color and I was sad. So that's Forbidden Ruin. It's gorgeous. And there's some gunk in one of my paints. Now we're gonna put Manna Crab Blue down. This is probably not his last debut. I'm gonna shake it up. So don't forget Colourarte, there's a 20% off coupon code in the description box below, Mandy1120. You can get this new set, which is great. You can use it in resin or acrylic. It's super great. You can get the glass wing set, which is the Bling It set before that. You can get anything from the website and save yourself 20%. And then Boom Gels, an Australian Floetrol you can get from Pixel Paint Designs and save yourself 15% using Mandy15 or Mandy15. And I know she's about to restock on some things, so if something's out of stock, don't be discouraged. She restocks all the time. So that's where I got this from, Manna Crab Blue. Really like it. We're gonna bring him back in a minute. So I'm gonna put some of my interference color kind of next to it, I guess. I have my interference color mixed up pretty thick. Next to it, on top of it, whatevs. Now, like I said, we're probably gonna come back to add Manna Crab toward the top a little bit. So I'm going to put down Emperor's Gold. I'm gonna kind of put it next to this interference color. And if you want any information about how I mix paint for my blooms, I have that mixing tutorial listed below. In the video, I say that I use Glidden Premium, which I do, but I've also recently been using Walmart Satin. So I've always used Walmart Satin for my black, but I've recently been trying it for my white and I really like it. So just be aware, if you're looking for a good one, that's also a really good one. All right, so now we're gonna put down some Bellagio Blue. This is not enough in this tiny little line, because as you can see, I have a huge line of the Forbidden Ruin. But this is so full that I'm afraid to just tip it over. So I'm gonna just run it across there a couple times. Anyway, I've really been enjoying these negative space swipes. I hope you guys are not tired of them. I kind of want to see these two colors in a bloom. So depending on how long this video goes, maybe we'll give that a shot. The Bellagio Blue and the Fireworks, I just think they would pop so well together in a bloom. I can envision them selling up really nicely with blue outlining the orange or vice versa. Of course, you never know exactly how that's going to go. All right, now I'm going to put this Fireworks color over here. Such a beautiful color. All right, it's taken too long. Might regret this. Yikes. It's a lot of color. All right, probably kind of need to do that with the blue too. It's just a lot of color, but I like a lot of color, so I'm not very great at minimal things. So I'm just going to kind of reinforce it where it's not all going to get swiped off, because there are some places where it's going to get swiped off. And then we're going to put a little more interference, some Manna Crab, and some solar flare. Actually, we're gonna put solar flare underneath Manna Crab, I think. Because it's so sparkly that I think it's gonna show really nicely no matter where it goes. Or we could just drizzle it, right? Just be like, woo, solar flare. You guys are probably like, she's nuts. She's officially lost it. It's okay. It's so pretty. Hey, this is sort of, because this orange is sort of reddish, it kind of looks like I'm doing some sort of 4th of July thing. I mean, that wasn't my intention, but kind of a funny coinky dink. Okay, now a little more Manna Crab because he's all hidden under there. Just gonna put him kind of in the middle. These bloom gels are very cell reactive. So when you put them toward the top, you're gonna get quite a bit of cell action. So we're gonna put a tiny bit of interference above him. I don't know why he's a he, but since he's a Manna Crab, I made him a creature. All right, let me move my stuff out of the way because I do not have my puppy pool here. Really living on the edge. And when we spin, I'd rather not destroy my paint. I mean, I know I should be worried about the counter, but I can get paint off the counter. So, okay, cell activator, Atelier, red, black. It really is more like brown black. I'm gonna put a little bit on the swipe tool. I won't show you because I'm very prone to dripping. So, well, now I can show you. We just wanna spread it out, get it nice and even, but not overly done. It just occurred to me that this might look weird on a black background. Oh well, we're committed now. I guess I could put some black on here. I have black cell activator too. Let's just use this, it's fine. I also have gold. I could add some gold. You know what, let's add a little gold. I'm trying to open this from the wrong angle. I have gold that's probably not going to get used very often. Let's just throw some on there. Just going to drizzle. Just drizzle a little gold. That way if we have some weird lacing pillow cells, it won't be like, why'd you use brown? You know. All right, so this is what it looks like. I hope you can see. I hope I didn't just mess up my great idea. We'll find out. I sure scooped some pillow paint in there, but not too bad. All right, I'm not gonna obsess too much about this. I'm gonna work on the other side. I'm having some potential remorse about the gold, but I think it's gonna work. I'm obsessing. Like I just said I wasn't going to. I just started to think, I was like, oh, what a doofus. I'm gonna swipe this red-black color onto here and it's gonna leave brown pillow cells over black pillow paint. Which probably won't look as weird as I think it will, but it just, to me, I thought, well, if there's some gold in there too, then maybe that won't be so strange. But maybe it will be. I mean, what do I know? I just go here. All right, a little bit of gold I'm just loading up my knife real quick, y'all. And then I think it'll be all right. All right. I'm not doing the greatest on the very edge when I swipe. However, that part's the part that you always like mourn over because it looks like it's going to be the greatest part and then it flies off when you spin. So let me clean off my tool. We'll play around with this. I have a feeling that I should have just used a black cell activator and made things a lot simpler, but I didn't, so there's no point in crying about it now. So let me put away my swiping tool. Pop a couple bubbles here with my skewer. Some of them are not bubbles like I thought. There was one weird spot I saw a second ago and maybe it calmed down. All right, so I don't know how well you can see this, but there definitely is some weird kind of brown outlining. However, had I really thought this through, I would have known that I was going to do this to it, so it wasn't really going to matter. Look what I just did. I just scooped this through there. So since I kind of do this anyway, I probably would have made that look very intentional, and I probably didn't need to add the gold. But it's in there. So I'm just basically taking those parts that are kind of shapeless and sticking out and kind of drawing a narrow line through them on purpose so they don't look so unintentional. Now we have to decide, are we going to have a line where we wreck in between, or are we going to just spin it as it is? Some of the best part is right through here. So I'm kind of inclined to spin, baby spin first and see what comes of it. If it needs some wrecking at that point, if we baby spin, we still have a chance to do that. So let me close my cell activator up because I don't think we're going to need it again. And I'd rather not dry it out. And put it away real quick, get it out of the way, out of the line of fire. Make sure that you guys can still see. We're gonna baby spin. Sort of baby spinning. Trying to keep all the damage on this puppy pool. I need it to widen up a little bit. So, let me get another wipe. It's a little narrow for me. I definitely did swipe a little bit into the paint, the pillow paint. So all I kind of want to do is open up the design in the middle. So I'm going to kind of gently walk it from side to side and see if we can't get some movement and get it to open up just a little bit, and then we'll spin it out some more. I do notice where there is kind of a weird dot closest to where you are. I think it's going to end up flying off, but if not, I'll get it, don't worry. If you can see it, you may not even be able to see it. This is a lot more minimal than I intended, but I do like the fact that you can see all of the colors represented. I wanted to be able to see both the blue and the fireworks, and you can see them both. So, and the part where the brown black shows in the black pillow isn't as bothersome as I thought. So if I had it to do all over again, I think I would just skip the gold. It might have added a little bit of value. It added some lacing out here, which is kind of cool. There's some cool lacing here from the design. There's a couple places where it outlined the cell activator and it's kind of cool looking. But other than that, we didn't add enough for it to really ruin anything, which was my fear, or add a ton of value to the piece. So I like the movement we were getting over here. I just wish it was a little bit more evenly dispersed on the other side. So I'm going to try something. I have so much paint on my hands. I'm going to try to tilt just a little bit. Our interference color is showing, which makes me super happy. This may be a bad idea. Just trying to shift some of the weight of the paint, so if I spin again, we're going to get a little bit more movement on this side. I don't want to do that too much. I kind of like that this is not so straight across. If you know me, you know I prefer that. And what looks like white sort of right now in the camera is the interference gold and interference red sparkle. And when it dries and you put it under resin, it's going to be like this like kablamo pop of color. It's going to be really pretty. Really, really pretty. I need to catch a couple spots before I spin again. So let me get another, I need to do something about that. So let me get another wipey. Or 4. Because I'm so desperately afraid I'm going to drip on this painting with all this black paint. See, I like this. I don't know if you can see that. I like that. I don't like this, and I don't know if I can fix it entirely without just putting a little more pillow paint there, which I can do that. That's no big deal. It's gonna fly off anyway. I just didn't want it to have this random dot that didn't make any sense. The other thing that's, we're starting to get kind of a weird caterpillar where we had all this extra color down underneath. So I'm just gonna help it because these have large particulates or flakes in them, some of these colors. So they really, really show and they're super sparkly, but I want that to have a natural flow. So if they look like little flakes of gorgeous color, I want it to look intentional. I tempted to do something there, but I'm gonna resist the urge. Okay. I do like these colors, they're pretty. Let's spin again. So far I don't have paint on the counter or on the floor. So yay me. So when I shifted a little bit of the weight of the paint to the other side, I did get what I was going for. We have a lot more of that volume in the middle now on both sides. So I'm happy about that. I want to see if I can tip this weird dot off. Or at least help it. If not, I mean, I can touch that up with paint. It's really fine. It won't really show much. All right, let's give it a good spin. Maybe walk you back and forth here real quick. Open this up just a wee bit more. All right, spin. And if you follow this channel, you've probably heard me say this before. When you spin and you have a composition already kind of in process and you're just trying to tweak it, you really don't want to go spin crazy. You want to gently spin. You can control. Sorry guys, there was some sort of an Amber Alert and it stopped the video recording. I don't know how long, what all you missed, but I was talking about controlling your spin, making sure that you're not hyper spinning when you're just working on tweaking a composition. You really want a controlled spin. You're going to get a lot better movement that way. I really like this. There's some parts that seem kind of out of balance to me, but that's my own thing. I think we have enough paint off, so all I'm really doing at this point is just making sure that I'm happy with the composition the way it is. And I honestly think I am. There's a lot more volume on this side than there is on this side, but not if you look at it like this, because there's some streaks of cell activator here and here, and they're both about this wide. And again, symmetry is not always the point in a negative space swipe. It just sort of messes with you if you're used to creating that on purpose. So sometimes you just have to kind of get over it. Some of that weird part I was trying to fix has flown off. So I think I like it. I'm gonna bring you down for a close-up. I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. I think under resin it will look really nice. So let me clean up and I'll bring you down for a close-up. All right, everybody, so here's our close-up. You can kind of see what I mean right here, where the cell activator kind of bleeds into the pillow, but the pillow is going to dry darker, so I don't really think that's going to be a big deal. I kind of drew some lines in there just to kind of create the interest so it would look intentional. But our colors are really pretty. You can see the gorgeous sparkle in the Forbidden Ruin and the solar flare. And then, of course, the Bellagio Blue and the Fireworks play really nicely together. That little pop of interference in there is really beautiful. And then, of course, you can see the Manna Crab Blue creates some contrast and some interest. It hasn't totally taken over, which is exactly what I wanted. So I think all in all, it's a really nice piece. I like the movement in it. I like how it's kind of, you know, moving in here a lot. So let me know what you think. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Don't forget about your coupon codes below. And then our Facebook group, Fluid Art Friends, is also below. Love to have you join. My Amazon storefront link, my affiliate link for Blick art materials, all that stuff is below. So thank you again for watching. Appreciate everyone's support and have a great day.